Recently, I had a few conversations with a couple of organizations. The first was a for-profit company with about 25 employees or so, and the other was a charity with about 15 employees or so. They both asked me for my opinion on what CRM platform they should consider next, because they both currently have a homebrew solution, and they're both growing organizations looking to leverage more sophisticated marketing automation tools and to have better access to the data that they currently have. Um, they also wanted to address some of the data quality issues that they were experiencing. So data quality issues like, for some customers, they might be missing address information or email information, or maybe there's like duplicate data. Other times, maybe there are some transactions missing for certain customers and such. So those are some of the issues that they were hoping to address through a new CRM platform. So when I heard that, I told them that actually, before they even select a new CRM platform, they should have a strategy or process in place on who should perform the role of the data steward. Okay, because the data steward, by their very definition and by their nature, they are there to address data quality issues, right? And you're going to require a person or a team of people to perform those data steward activities, and that's a task that's often overlooked in smaller organizations. They think that a magical solution like a CRM can solve those data quality issues, and I'm just here to say that that's not the case, because I've worked with much larger conglomerates, multi-million dollar companies. They have these enterprise solutions for enterprise CRM solutions, but they still require large teams of data stewards and quality assurance analysts to really manage the quality of the data that they have. Okay, so if these really large companies need to employ people to manage the quality of the data, that should kind of tell you that even for the smaller organization, or any level, any size of organization, you will need your data stewards. Okay, so for these two companies, or these two organizations that I've talked to, I told them that you should first identify who should be performing the role of the data steward, because to address data quality, data quality meaning, let's say three things, right? The correctness of the data, the completeness of the data, and the richness of the data. So when I say richness of the data, that's both the breadth and the depth of information you have on your customers and your donors. Okay, so it's a data steward that will address the data quality, and you need to identify who, or the people that will be performing those duties. The people will actually go into the data and actually look. A CRM will help you identify which pieces of data look problematic. But once a CRM has identified what data looks problematic, it is still up to someone, a real person, to go in there and start cleaning up the data, right? Whether merging duplicate records, filling in any missing information, or just identifying errors and then dismissing them. Whatever your sanitization policy is, for a human to actually follow those. Okay, so figure out who's going to perform the data stewardship activities is very important before you really go out there and find a CRM solution, because the data steward is probably going to be the one who works mostly, who's going to spend a lot of time using the CRM solution that you ultimately go with. There's another reason why the data steward is really important, is because you should be keeping your data steward up to date on where your organization is heading in terms of, from a data initiative, in terms of data initiatives, right? Because the data steward will have really good knowledge of what data you have and whether the quality of the data that your organization has can meet those marketing initiatives that your organization has planned. Because if the data steward tells you, no, we don't have that kind of data, then at least you can start forming a strategy or processes or policies on how to address that issue. Okay, so identify who should be performing the roles of the data steward before you go and select the CRM platform.